Welcome to our channel, where we uncover the surprising reality behind the extravagant lives of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. We're back with more juicy royal family gossip to share. This latest scandal involving the attention-seeking duo, Meghan and Harry, is a wild one. Get ready for some shocking revelations. But before we dive into the drama, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you haven't already. You don't want to miss out on the explosive content we have coming up. Now, let's get into it. Reports suggest that Meghan Markle has supposedly put her famous engagement ring, once owned by Princess Diana, up for auction for a whopping $10 million at a jewelry house in Florida. Yes, you heard that right. The ring with sentimental value has seemingly been sold off by the Duchess, causing quite a stir. It's hard to wrap your head around this news. Take a moment to let it sink in. This ring, designed by Harry himself with Diana's personal diamonds, was a special symbol in his marriage to Meghan, connecting her to his late mother's memory. Let's pause to fully grasp the significance of this situation. The engagement ring holds more than just beauty, it embodies love, tradition, and lasting connections. Harry devoted great care in crafting a ring that pays tribute to his mother's legacy while symbolizing a new era in his life. By incorporating two diamonds from Diana's personal collection, he ensured a perpetual bond with her. This ring serves as a tangible link to Princess Diana, a cherished figure deeply missed by millions worldwide. Now, contemplate the potential repercussions of Meghan reportedly considering auctioning off this meaningful piece. What does this imply about her respect for the royal family, her spouse, and Princess Diana's memory? Is this a quest for attention, a financial maneuver, or something else entirely? The reasons behind such a choice leave royal enthusiasts and Diana's admirers bewildered and, quite frankly, angered. Moreover, the decision to hold the auction at a jewelry house in Florida introduces another layer of mystery. Why Florida? Is there a specific reason why this location was chosen for the sale? The selection of venue may offer insights into the true motivations behind this decision. Imagine the emotional turmoil Harry must be experiencing. He has been open about his mental health struggles and the immense pressure as a royal family member. Witnessing a symbol of his love and his mother's legacy being mistreated must be incredibly distressing. One cannot help but question how this will affect his already strained relationship with the rest of the royal family. The ring was meant to symbolize the everlasting bond of love and family across 3 generations. Yet, less than 6 years later, Meghan has devalued that noble gesture by putting it up for sale like a mere piece of inexpensive jewelry. It is difficult to find words for how shamefully disrespectful and disgraceful this action is. One might ask, what could possibly be wrong with this woman? Has she lost all semblance of human decency and grace? Selling a priceless, sentimental heirloom ring in such a manner reeks of a greed that is almost unfathomable. $10 million. Just think about it. For someone like her to shamelessly try to profit from something as deeply significant and sacred as Diana's gemstones? This act is a direct insult to the entire royal family. This incident follows months of speculation that Meghan had misplaced or lost the ring after being seen without it on multiple occasions. At the time, royal experts suggested she may have stored it safely or had it resized or repaired. In retrospect, it is evident that she was concealing it in advance for this inevitable cash grab. Such behavior reeks of deceitfulness and duplicity. The ones deeply affected by this must undoubtedly be William and Harry. Can you even begin to comprehend the anguish and sense of betrayal Harry must be experiencing, witnessing the cherished family heirloom he used to propose to his spouse being auctioned off like an ordinary knickknack at a garage sale? The sale of this significant piece of jewelry not only disrespects the royal family but also dishonors the memory of Diana. The ring, once worn by Princess Diana, held sentimental value, symbolizing the bond she had with her sons and the legacy she left behind. For Meghan to part ways with it is to disregard the emotions tied to it, neglecting its importance to her husband and his family. It is baffling how she could display such cold-heartedness and detachment towards this precious family heirloom. This further stokes the flames of controversy surrounding Meghan and the things she has been doing since entering the royal family. Many critics have regularly turned their fire on her, suggesting that she wants the trappings and status of royalty but is a little too keen to ignore the duties and responsibilities that go with it. That sale just seems to confirm those accusations, depicting someone who does not value family and tradition, only money. And one cannot divorce this from its impact on public perceptions. The British public, with their incredibly high opinion of the royal family, will obviously see this as a slight. The treasures of the royal family are not only private property, but are also of great historical and cultural significance for the whole nation. The sale of one of these treasures in such a distasteful fashion is bound to stoke up a few emotions and do little to help repair Meghan's image to many. Harry, who has never shied away from speaking about his deep love and respect for his mother like the rest of her sons, is no doubt suffering sometimes unendurable pain. Prince William said the ring was a way to include his late mother in the wedding and show that Meghan was moving into the royal family. To have it sold off in such a way is not only a breach of his mother's trust, but a gross insult to her memory. Close sensitivity and respect for the ring sent Amelia that it wouldn't be Kumi's. What Meghan wanted was extremely dangerous. She could have disposed of the title in a number of safe ways, for example by giving it back to the royal family or, say, by keeping it as on an unopened envelope in a lockbox for the potential of preserving it for future generations. The fact that she did so to make a nice profit speaks volumes of where her head is at and how little she cares about the feelings attached to her ring. Ultimately, this is a vivid example of the shifting dynamic of the royal family and the difficulty they are having in maintaining traditional royal duties while navigating a 21st-century society. It underscores the importance of being more sensitive and respectful towards the traditions and emotions that are attached to being associated with such an old institution. Her move to auction the ring is sure to be seen as the ultimate betrayal, a vicious wound on the monarchy that will never heal. This ring was a symbol of his love for his all-too-soon passed mother Di. A monument to everlasting love and memories. That wonderful sentiment has now become dirted and tacky thanks to Meghan, Fowie. What is extremely careless to the point of almost outright contempt and a complete denial of the emotional significance that ring represents. Poor William, he must be so angry by now. Because do not think for a moment that the disrespect stops there, it runs straight through the legacy of his loving mother as well. For her formerly treasured diamonds to be sold off to some nameless benefactor with no direct link to the clan? It's utterly disgraceful. It is a slap in the face to the lineage and heritage of the family, a betrayal of a sacred trust. If you were him, you would be using every legal trick in the bag to have that ring confiscated before it disappears into the mists of loss to the ages and placed in trust for the royal family wherever it comes from. The ring stays in the family, carrying on the memory of a cherished giant who had such a big impact on so many. Just how fucking cold-hearted and callous can you be to pull such a fucking selfish dick move? It just confirms what we all suspected about Meghan from the get-go. She is a status seeker, a social climber, with no plans of honoring any of those royal traditions or values. She was merely using the establishment for fame and a way to line her own pockets right from the get-go. Her actions have shown consistently that she never cared about the family she married into, she just saw them as vehicles for her ambitions. Really, everything she has done after leaving the royal family has been money-making with a cent to the host, not unlike public service announcements on YouTube, for sure. Everything from bags of dung, to Oprah interviews and royal armbands, that scorched earth PR campaign of hers is just another tactic in the playbook. The books, the Netflix specials on how hard her childhood was but oh, she overcame, to the pity party non-stop world tour where the two of them pretend to be pretend royals and it's all to keep her front and center and the cash registers ringing. Not only is she disrespecting the royals, but the late Princess Diana as well. Each step feels methodically structured to enrage, and likely pad some pockets with green, without care to the impact or how those who endured the mostly traumatic episodes she commercializes are left feeling. From a family which works tirelessly to protect its dignity and preserve its historical reputation, Meghan's pursuit of celebrity and money is exact opposite of the values the monarchy seeks to project. It really emphasizes the fundamental misalignment of the duties and comportment that someone in that position is supposed to exhibit. This new ring saga is just a continuation of another chapter of being betrayed and exploited. A lamentable reminder of how low some people will sink to get ahead and who they will step on en route to do it. The desire that the ring and all its significance can be restored and secured, preserving the legacy of Princess Diana and saving her memory from the dangers of yet some other tarnish, shall prevail. To cash in while the spotlight is on, it's one big ongoing grift. The sale of Diana's iconic ring is Meghan Markle's grossest, most crass cash grab, yet it just further solidifies her and Harry as the worst, most toxic royal pariahs, two soulless leeches out to drain the institution of every last drop without a shred of class or dignity in the game. What does she not respect the monarchy? Her most vocal critics are going even further in expressing that outrage, and their new meme is, just despicable. And, recall the Queen said through a bombshell book excerpt last year that Meghan treated the family so badly? She is very disappointed and says she never imagined that a beloved granddaughter-in-law will do such very mean things with her own family. It would be a fate worse than death for Lilibet to live long enough to watch her own groundbreaking example and commemoration desecrated by the flogging off her son's semi-precious stone relic. Thank God she was not there to see. As for the fate of this ring and its inevitable backlash, Camilla is already prepared to hit back. Before any sale it would be pursued by the monarchy with regard to all legal means, she warned told the Telegraph. According to the in-depth report by Australia's Investigator channel, King Charles is said to be absolutely gobsmacked with anger and incredulity at such a blatant slur on the memory of his former wife. The sleaziest of billionaires at this shady jewelry house have even decided that it would be a PR disaster were Diana's ill-gotten gemstones to be bought from Meghan. It's been a complete mess and only served to make the already shaky ground between Harry, Meghan and the rest of the royal family that much more fractious. The monarchy has had its share of controversies over the years, with its centuries-old traditions and legacies, but this one feels particularly real close to home. For Diana, the ring is not just a ring, it is a symbol of all that this mean and the love she stood for. The idea that they may lose it to the highest bidder for profit is a gut punch to her fans. Disclaimer: the royal family are currently in crisis. As they struggle to hold together, public faith in their institution is tested once more. The monarchy, which could have been broken, only to find itself regathering its heirloom, will come out stronger than ever, or will this be a more serious fissure in its modern history? Only time will tell. Yet globally, the outcry would be to lash out upon Earth. But the question everyone is asking is, where is rock bottom for these two grifting glory hounds? Toot toot, and all that. Now, how much more bloody sick and shameless exploitation and disgraceful capitalization of a good name do we have to endure before someone fucking does something? When is Harry going to get over himself and finally cancel the never-ending, humiliating, big give-me-get-out-of-pity party once and for all? Me personally, with Meghan and her limitless greed and her endless narcissism being so vile and impossible to recover from, I wouldn't hold my breath. She's just floundering, now, a wholly self-serving and shockingly dishonorable grifter of the First Order, and this grasping, cashing in on the royal name crook will never cease trying to feather her nest until the money, well, runs out. But I will say this, her insatiable appetite to gobble up tax-free dollar bills will be her most unappealing quality in the end. Prepared for the day of reckoning, when the monarchy and the court of public opinion finally slam the door completely in her face. Yet William is already all out for getting her human rights violator badge taken away. And now? Then this unimaginable behavior hawking his deceased mother's wares? Even Harry will have to wake up to his bed and dump the dish rag he married eventually. While it may sound crazy, Meghan just added the nail in the coffin for herself. Indeed, Meghan, you just had to have generational wealth, and be global famous and stick it to the racist monarchy? Checkmate, bitches. Now you have everything you ever did so much to seek, in full, at last, and how exactly did you parlay your spiraling moral and reputational insolvency to get it? Golf claps, by the way, for the greatest, most shameless grift in history of the royal family, done right in time for the holidays. Honestly, the audacity with which Meghan has navigated these controversies is frankly awe-inspiring. She appeared to make a decision long ago that, once she entered the royal fold, she would flout every royal protocol and tradition, and stoke as much controversy as she could. Invoking the desire to realize the formation and individualization of their self is one thing, but to place the literality of a centuries-old institution in between their desires and expecting said needs is quite another. Also, the fact that she has managed to use Harry to facilitate her deception and manipulation is a tragedy on all sides. Previously a national treasure, Harry is now embroiled in a storm of his own making as he seeks to protect his wife at any cost. But at what cost? This had cost him relationships with his family. He had become an outcast in his own world. While the public watches in horror and amazement as this circus plays out, the question of what this means long-term looms large. Or whether this episode will be the monarchy's recalibration, unhindered by what some believe was a disruptive presence, or whether this saga will hurt an institution already being dragged into the 21st century by force. With Meghan and Harry providing new revelations that only fuel the media circus surrounding the pair. Every public appearance, every interview they give, every action they take is analyzed, interpreted, argued over. Their unending chase for fame and fortune, appears to be, even if it comes at any expense, is far from what motivates them. But at the same time, we cannot forget the human part of all this. Beneath the headlines and the public spats lie real people, a couple with young children who are coming of age with their parents' controversial choices. Let us only hope that as time goes on, their lives will be back to the way they were before. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, more twisted tales and shocking secrets over on our YouTube every other week. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel to get all the latest news on the royal family. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time for more royal family news. Bye for now.